steps by state and federal government agencies, and vendors can take up to 2 weeks in some states. On Friday, the Department of Agriculture was ordered to use funds from an emergency reserve. And that's certainly welcome news to those who live in Southeast Michigan who rely on SNAP benefits from the federal government.
But because it didn't happen until days after the deadline, there are some concerns of those funds that will be delayed. Fox News' Ingrid Kelly is live in Highland Park, where a food drive is taking place. Ingrid, love to see when people help each other out.
Absolutely. You know why? Because there are so many questions. You know, people don't know when they're going that funding and how much they will receive. But the mayor of Highland Park says she is taking matters in her own hands, and that comes in the form of a food drive. Good evening.
Good evening. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. You know, Mayor, let's talk a little bit about how this food drive works and, you know, what you need, what you're looking for, and how people can donate.
So, all they have to do is come to the Justice Center, located on Hamilton, and bring what we call dry goods or non-perishable items to the Justice Center, drop them off, and on November 21st, we will be distributing them if we don't end up distributing them before then, because, you know, the need is great, so we don't know how things are going to go. If we get a lot, we can get more out on time, you know, but depending on who's donating and how much we get in.
This means so much to you that you went into your own purse, pulled out money, and bought goods. You know what? Talk to me about the poverty level here in Highland Park and why this matters so much.
Well, we know that, you know, the Highland Park is on the low-income side of things, and so everybody deserves to eat. Everybody deserves food in their kitchen. Children need to eat. And so we want to make sure that that happens. Now, we know that, you know, we can't help everybody, but we're going to try to help as many people as we can.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about, I understand there's a new initiative going on here in Highland Park for senior citizens to get them the food that they need.
Okay. Yeah, so Monday through Monday through Thursday, we have meals at the Highland Park Rec Center, 12 noon to 1:30, and seniors 60 and over can come over, have a hot meal. They've been served, they're cooked, and sit with other seniors and enjoy conversations and enjoy a good meal. These are very healthy. We have people to serve them. All they have to do is come sit down and we serve them.
I think what you're showing people is that when there are times of uncertainty, that we can work together to provide for the people in our own town, our own community, our own city.
Absolutely. Our motto is "We are one community." And so we want to make sure that that community is taken care of to the best of our ability. And I remember days when I needed help, and I sometimes still do. So, you know, everybody can pitch in. If you have it to give, please do. And for those who need, we're going to try to make sure that everybody in the city can get those things that they need.
Exactly. And before we wrap, will you take monetary donations?
You know, we prefer that people buy the items and bring it, but if we would make sure that those donations are recorded and then approved by our council members.
Mayor, thank you so much for your time. You know what? Again, if you can donate, please come here to the Justice Center in Highland Park, drop off your donations, and help someone in need. Back to you in the studio.
Look, Ingrid, we have covered a number of stories of people who need help, and it's not just when SNAP benefits have been put on pause, but to be able to see the mayor take the lead on this and see hopefully people follow in her footsteps. What does that say, and what do you think that says about Metro Detroiters and Highland Park citizens?
Well, it really talks about people exuding compassion, and when you care about people, you do these sort of things. Again, like she said, no one should go hungry. And again, every little bit counts. So even if you can, you know, just go to the store when you're grocery shopping, and if you can put a couple of extra things in your cart to donate to someone else, that helps. And that is what matters.
Beautifully said. Ingrid Kelly, live in Highland Park. We do appreciate it. Thank you.
Well, 2 Dearborn men now charged in connection with a foiled terror plot.
So both men allegedly intended to target LGBTQ businesses. Mohamed Ali and Majid Mahmoud appeared in federal court this afternoon. Among the allegations in the complaint is that the men wanted to terrorize LGBTQ bars and clubs in Ferndale. Prosecutors say the suspects communicated with services like WhatsApp to allegedly carry out the attack on behalf of ISIS.
The complaint is 73 pages long. We haven't had time to digest it or review it. There's nothing to say at this point.
Is this more than video games?
The complaint is 73 pages long. We haven't had a chance to look at it. There's nothing more to say.
A judge ordered no bond for both Ali and Mahmoud. A detention hearing will be held next week.
Well, new developments today in the attempted murder of a Macomb County businessman.
Yeah, 2 more suspects. They're now facing charges in that brazen attack on Eddie Jawad last month. Fox 2 Charlie Langton, he joins us now with more on this. Charlie.
I'll tell you what, this story is getting weirder and weirder as we go on. There are 2 more defendants. They were both in court today, both charged with very, very serious crimes. Now we find maybe there's a motive as to why Eddie Jawad, the Macomb County business person, there you see him, he was being shot at by this guy, Jason Martin. Well, it turns out that Jason's brother, Richard Huffman, and Richard's wife, Dawn Huffman, were in court today. Richard is now being charged with a conspiracy to murder Eddie, and Dawn is being charged with embezzlement. The motive, perhaps, for the shooting, it appears at this point in time, was money. It's alleged that Dawn was stealing money from Eddie. And money, we're talking over $100,000. Take a look at the 2 of them in court today.
In addition to the conspiracy to commit first-degree murder that this defendant is charged with, the defendant is also charged with the conspiracy to commit embezzlement. She is a co-defendant for the conspiracy to commit embezzlement, as well as an actual embezzlement charge of over $100,000.
All right, so you got to get the players here. There are 3 players, okay? Let's call the shooter, the alleged shooter. This is Jason. And then today in court, we have Richard Huffman, his wife, Dawn Huffman. Dawn allegedly was working for Eddie. Dawn allegedly was stealing money, $100,000 or more. Could be a lot more. And apparently, as the story perhaps goes, the motive here was that Dawn and Richard didn't want Eddie to find out they were stealing money from him, so they said, we got to get rid of Eddie.
Yeah.
They got the brother, Jason, who just got out of prison in Ohio. Hey, you're not doing anything? Carry out the job. That's the allegation.
So that it had nothing to do with Sheets then, after all. So we did say that at the beginning. Remember that whole thing?
Sheets has got nothing to do with it.
So that's out.
Now, these 3 are all innocent until proven guilty. This is just a theory of the prosecutors. So let's see how this plays out in court. But I'm telling you, if half the stuff is true, this is a wild, wild story.
Can't find good help these days.
You cannot do that. So, and these are heavy duty. 2 of the 3 are life felonies. So look out.
Yeah.
Big stuff.
I mean, this has been interesting from the beginning, from the bird stuff. I mean, to link these individuals to the vehicle. I mean, it's played out in a very interesting way. So I can only imagine what comes next.
This is going to be a movie, I'm telling you right now. This is going to be a movie.
All right. Thanks, Charlie.
All right.
Coming soon to Tubi. Thank you. All right. Well, tomorrow is Election Day, and Detroiters will be picking a new mayor for the first time in more than a decade. DDOT is working to make sure everyone can get to the polls. The Transportation Department will be offering free bus rides all day. Polls are open from 7 a.m. until 8 p.m. Smart bus rides in Wayne, Oakland, and Macomb counties will also be free on most routes. There are also pivotal mayoral elections in Hamtramck, Southfield, and Pontiac. In Detroit, turnout is expected to be low, but there is a push to inspire people to get out and vote. The initiative is called Pews to the Polls. Organizers and church leaders gathered today on Detroit's west side to get the word out. They hope to change traditionally low turnout and energize young people to cast a ballot.
For a general election, in a mayoral or general election, we should be more like 30, 35, 40, even 50% at the minimum. And so, you know, we all recognize, especially in this program, that our turnout has been consistently low, and we need to do something about it.
Say that the primary turnout was a lot higher for the first time in about 12 years, but it still is about half of where they want it to be. Polls are open tomorrow from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. We're going to have complete coverage on air and online on that Fox Local app.
Now, the good news, we should have some good weather for Election Day. That always plays a Nice roll,
I mean, if it looks like anything like this,
I mean,
you've got no excuse. You've got no excuse not to get to the polls. And then, right, Rich?
We're going to see a mix of sun and clouds tomorrow. It's going to be a dry day. We're going to be up near 60 degrees for your Tuesday. Now, we did have some showers come through this morning. I'll step back to the west and show you. Those showers now are crossing parts of New England, including upstate New York. How about the numbers for us? 53 here, 50 in Oscoda. There's 46 in Marquette. That's a bit cooler. 52 up in Oshkosh. And how about these live pictures from Branson, Missouri? We continue to follow the sunset there. Beautiful sight in southern Missouri for us. Mostly clear, cool and dry for the rest of tonight, down to 36. It does stay breezy for the next couple of hours. And then tomorrow and Wednesday, once again, highs near 60 degrees. Big changes for the weekend ahead. We'll show you that in the 7-day in 10 minutes.
He just terminated. Slow his car down. He heard the collision.
Still ahead, we're getting our first look today at a dangerous police chase that ends in a crash. Still ahead, what investigators are saying about the suspect and how that innocent driver who was struck is doing now. Also tonight, though, we are diving into the legend of the Edmund Fitzgerald. The Great Lakes freighter was lost in a massive storm on Lake Superior 50 years ago this month. Stay with us for the gales of November. That's just ahead.
But first, we're going to introduce you to a local military veteran who faces serious challenges in his life, including drug addiction and homelessness. Well, still ahead, the program that he says turned his life around. That's next. Well, next Tuesday, America will pause to salute those who served our country. And as we count down to Veterans Day, I spoke with an Army veteran who faced obstacles that stood in his way of success. That is until the volunteers of America, Michigan stepped in.
Oh, yes, this is the meeting spot right here for conversations.
What was it like the first time you walked in here? You remember?
I was kind of nervous because there was a lot of people here I didn't know.
What Troy Young also didn't know is how Volunteers of America Michigan would not just change his life, but save it too.
And the other things that I lost my job, my car, my apartment,